in your vision, but no, you can't listen. That shit is all fiction, cause you hold the power as long as you're driven.
Make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Or will you fucking fight back?
3. Yes, so we are live here. So guys, welcome to the live stream. Freak. Okay, my camera just starts to move. Okay guys, welcome to the live stream. We have a man today who's general secretary of IBFF, who's graduate from Air Force and National Defense Academy, who's ex-pilot and bodybuilder. He's India's most qualified fitness and nutrition consultant. He's an author too. And after writing so many articles, conducting lectures in various military establishments, school, colleges, university, and transforming different body, he's today on our live stream, and I'm so honored to introduce you to Mr. Akshay Chopra. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for coming to the live stream.
Thank you for having me.
So, sir, like before we start the live stream, I would just like to walk you through the purpose why I keep this live stream. It's very simple. The first thing is, this is for my education and education of my audience, so that they can get different perspective and they can eventually read about stuff. Second thing is, this is channel about life skills, skill learning, and I believe fitness and health is a skill, so you could help a lot with this. And third thing is, there are a lot of people who mislead people, who develop these myths on internet, and here we are to bust all the myths, or most of the myths that we can.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, sir, like before I start with all the opinions and facts, I would just like to ask you the question, which I hope you you have answered this through the video, but I still want you to reiterate the answer. Like, why are you always in this angry rant mode in your videos?
Yeah, it's more of a frustration or irritation which comes out of all these people who are fooling around. Because look, I meet people everywhere, on both offline, online in my gyms around the world, through my online courses like Genesis and all, through YouTube, Insta.
Yes.
I've seen people, right? They're actually suffering in a very big way. Now, what happens is, a lot of people have a way of conveying things, right? So some people, say it very, very politely that, okay, please don't do it, But the problem is, that's not how you handle idiots.
Yeah.
Okay, when somebody is trying to fool around, he's trying to, misguide people, he's spreading wrong information, that the person doesn't understand that he's harming the other person in a big way, because people may be trusting him and telling things, right? So for them, there is no light words to tell them, please don't do it. They are not doing it with a good intention.
Exactly.
They have a bad intention in their mind, and you have to handle them in a particular way only. They won't deserve the respect if you talk about that, because it's like a criminal. Right?
Exactly, sir.
You can't expect a criminal to, if there's a criminal in front of you, you have to punish him, right? You can't say that, okay, he's a criminal, okay, and let me be very, very kind with him. No, you can't do that. You have to handle and deal with him in a particular way.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, sir, what recently happened a few weeks ago, I called a doctor on my stream, and what he was saying was that there's one YouTuber called as FitTuber. What he did, he promoted some Ayurvedic products. Now, he claims that these products firstly have no side effects, and secondly, these products can help you cure certain ailments. But the results, when after these products were lab tested, the results were so daunting that these products had firstly had steroids, secondly had heavy metals, and some of the metals were so damaging that if you took them out of promotion, it could be fatal. So these are some disturbing facts that come out when you actually see this through the scientific lens.
Look, I think I've already talked about this person and many such people out there
Exactly.
on the internet.
Yeah.
Look, the first thing I made a very detailed video on these fake Ayurvedic doctors and fake Ayurvedic experts claiming themselves. Similarly, there are fake doctors in allopathy and everywhere.
Yeah.
Look, the problem with social media is it's a free platform, right? It is, everybody can use it without any regulations, right?
Yes, sir.
You can fool around. It's like saying all those fake babas and Maulvis and everybody used to be outside are now on the internet. So they have a bigger platform now to spread the wrong information and fool people.
Yeah.
So when you have people like, now the biggest problem is you are in India. This country is full of a lot of illiterates.
Exactly.
Big population is massively uneducated and they're very innocent people. Right. So, for example, you must have seen all these babas and all who were arrested for committing rape and all these people into money-making scheme. They're running away with crores of rupees.
Yes.
So, what are they doing? They're fooling people. Who are these people who are gullible and so they're innocent people? They trust.
Yes.
Right. So, in this country, the more rubbish things you say, the more followers you will have.
Yes.
You will start saying that, okay, I have had a direct connection with God yesterday only, and I've attended one today, and tomorrow I'll hear everything. You will see. Trust me, lakhs of people will start following you. If I start promoting stupid things on my channel, my the subscribers will increase at any rate. If I start doing that, I could have done that long back. So all these people, this whoever you just talk about, if YouTuber and all, they should be outrightly banned from the internet, and they should be having a legal action on them. These people are saying, I will cure your thyroid in one video, guarantee. I will cure your X in one video.
Yeah.
I will cure your POD. This is a joke going on. And you cannot, I or anybody cannot promote a medicine or a cure or a treatment on the internet. Even a doctor can't do it. A doctor, whether Ayurvedic or allopathy, will always tell you the basics. That, okay, this may work. Because doctor has to diagnose a patient.
Exactly.
Okay, so and people are telling cures here, and there are people following him and they don't understand. I mean, it's so funny what these things are going around. Lekin, theek hai, chal raha hai.
Yeah. So the main problem, what's happening is that these guys were doing good work in the past, and they somehow gained the trust of the audience, and now there is like a perspective or opinion about that person is formed. Now whatever thing they promote in future, it's considered credible, and people don't verify that stuff, and that's the biggest problem.
They were never doing any good stuff even before. The problem is Indians don't even know what is good, what is bad.
Okay.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Right. So, or if I tell you, okay, guarantees a cure of a disease. Okay, without any 5-7% who may say you are wrong, you're not a doctor, you can't say that.
Okay.
But rest 95% will believe me. And they will start following. So these people from the very beginning are idiots. They haven't become idiots overnight. Okay. And the problem is that they know it. They very well know it. They're very people think that these people don't know it, or no, they are very smart. They're very cunning people.
They are aware, yeah. So, sir, with this we'll start the main opinions and facts. So generally what I do is I take the myths and opinions. They're generally opinions that people put out on internet, and I take them and I just verify with an expert. So right now the expert are you, and I take opinions from west to east. So I'll start with the first one. So there are these YouTubers in the West which claim that there are certain exercises, that leg extension machines, and they outrightly put out this information that they are bad for knees. And so I just want to ask that, is it true that some exercise could be bad for everyone? Like, is it true for everyone, or is it for special case? This is what.
Okay, I'll tell you what exactly that is going on here. So I'll tell you what exactly the thing here is. Firstly, when somebody says some sentence, no, again, it takes you time to understand what the person is saying and whether it is right or wrong. So, somebody who's into exercise science, who has been studying strength and conditioning and in-depth movements and all the biomechanics and all, he knows that this is a wrong statement, 100% wrong statement. However, there are other people who may trust him, and they may start propagating this knowledge.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? That's how the wrong knowledge spreads. There is the movement, for example, leg extension is one of the very first movements which is recommended to a patient after a knee surgery.
Oh.
Because that is one of the best movements one can do to strengthen the quadriceps.
Exactly.
Okay, so it is not at all bad for knee when somebody's first and second, there has to be an evidence. Just by saying that the human movement is not in this way, or all those the reasons which you are giving for leg extensions,
Yeah.
that's not how a movement becomes bad. You have to give evidence on what basis. Has a study being done? Is there any research which says that okay, because of leg extensions, these many people over these years have got a problem? There are bodybuilders, there are other sportsmen who have been doing leg extensions since years without any issues at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now when you talk about a movement, it is always according to an individual. For example,
Exactly.
somebody having a knee surgery may not be able to do a squat, but squat forms the basis of every human movement pattern. So is squat bad? No, it is a restricted movement for a particular individual. Same with leg extension, maybe, but I haven't really found a case where a person can't do leg extension
Okay.
unless he has this in his mind.
Okay. So like the same happens with the curving of spine and shoulder internal rotation. So people say that just avoid dips because they rotate your shoulders internally. Like same viewers, like same creators from the West.
I'll give you a good example. There's a guy what his name? He's written a book on biomechanics in India.
Yeah.
And he's a guy who has been researching on biomechanics. He has come to me multiple times for his review of the book and editing of the book.
Okay.
So I told him, okay, this is how you should design the cover, do this, it's a good book. Now, at the end of the day, if you read his book, what he came out with was that according to biomechanics and science, most of the movements which you are doing, virtually every single movement which you are doing has a problem and it is wrong.
Okay.
If you understand biomechanically very in depth, okay, then even doing a barbell curl is an unnatural movement for the biceps. It shouldn't be done, right? Now I asked him, this is what you found scientifically, that this is what happens, right? And it is not suitable according to certain movement patterns of the human body, which you found, okay, biomechanically not suitable. The question is, this is not how you conclude things. If you find something may hurt human body, then what you do is, then it's the research which goes on, which study the human biomechanics of multiple people in multiple cases over many months and years, and then they find that whether there's a problem. Then I asked him, where is the evidence which says this movement is actually harming people? Exactly. He says, sir, everything which have proven that it is not working, it still works. Why? Because human body recovers from it. Because you are not doing any particular movement in your life day in and day out. You always do a movement maybe once in a week, twice in a week. So your human body is strong enough to adapt and basically get stronger and not harmed by the movement. Now, rarest of the cases an individual may be harmed, like somebody saying don't do dips.
Okay.
That's a stupid thing if somebody says. This is a recommendation for a person who is maybe having a shoulder injury. Then you tell the person don't do dips.
Okay.
It's not for everybody. Look, there is a very good statement, and understand this, that let's say I talk about dips only. Okay. You will not get injury by doing dips. But if you have injury, you may be told not to do dips. Understand the difference?
Yeah.
I'll repeat the statement.
Yeah.
You will not get injury by doing dips, but you may be restricted from doing dips if you have
an injury.
This is actually what, all the question which you said it means.
Okay. So along the same lines, I just have one last question, and this is I got this question because there was an incident. Like I went to a physiotherapist and I was lying down on the examination couch, and what happened after the examination was done, and I moved my body straight and I got up straight. So the physiotherapist immediately pointed out that this is the best way to damage your lower back, like if you just get up lyrically. And this is the same thing which is propagated in most of the yoga videos, right? Whenever you get up, you shouldn't be getting up straight because it could damage your lower back. You should be turning to the right and then getting up. But yeah, so
Okay,
like, what's the
I'll
truth?
answer this question. The person is not wrong in saying this,
Hmm.
because the reason is not that this getting up will damage your lower back. You do
Okay.
the sit-ups and crunches,
Yeah,
same
yeah,
position,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It will damage your lower back if your lower back is very weak.
Okay.
So what you are supposed to do ideally, this is what I really don't like about the knowledge which people are spreading. You tell the person, fine, don't do this, just get up in this way. It's better for you in the long run. Nothing will happen in the short run. In the long run, this may do this way. But the main recommendation is please go and strengthen your back in the gym, or in the strength training workouts, so that even if you're doing this, you will not damage your lower back. Understand?
Yeah,
So there are,
exactly. This is something which people don't tell. They outrightly say that you should be avoiding this moment.
yeah.
Okay, so exercise related questions are over. Now I have something which is related to steroids and anabolics. So generally this is not an opinion, this is fact that anabolics enhance a person's ability to develop muscle, right? So I wanted to ask, in a particular case of skinny guys, right, they enhance the ability for developing muscle, but do they enhance the ability for developing a skeletal muscle, skeletal structure too? Like, to elaborate on this question, a person has a fixed shoulder length, it's genetics, right? So can steroid also change that, or it's just the muscle density and musculation?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing can change your skeletal structure. You're born with a particular skeletal structure. The only thing you can work on is your muscle mass and, of course, your bone density, right? Which with strength training, which automatically improves, and especially with good diet.
Exactly.
But the main problem with anabolics is not this, that it doesn't work. The problem, as I said before, also that it works really well, and that is the problem.
Okay.
Okay, and it works well, so that's why people take it, and you will not get harmed the way people again overhype it, that you take anabolics, this will happen, that will happen. Look, you need to get into the real unbiased facts of everything. When you talk about anabolics, you'll not suddenly get harmed by taking a cycle or 2 cycles or 3 cycles. This is not how anabolics harm. There are two main problems coming, especially with youngsters who are experimenting with anabolics. The question is, till when will you take it? If you're not
Okay.
competing, then whatever muscle and strength you're building, mostly it's on the basis of anabolics. And once you're off anabolics, you'll start reducing your muscle mass, coming back to a natural strength level, base levels. And therein your confidence will also go down, then you again want to go back to anabolics.
Okay.
Okay. The second problem that comes with youngsters when they anabolics is that when you take anabolics, your muscle mass increases or your overall strength boosts, but your joints are not ready. That's why I tell all the youngsters, if you want to go into a competition like, bodybuilding or physique, or maybe powerlifting and all, where anabolics are allowed, right? Even if you want to do that, you have to have a very good strength base. Then you move on. You can naturally build a massive amount of strength. You do that naturally, then you take anabolics to move up to the next level. What most guys are doing is they don't have the base strength, and within 6 months,
So
they start taking anabolics.
they start with anabolics when their body is not ready.
Yeah. So there's a sudden increase in their muscle mass, and they're very happy. And then after a couple of years, you will see them suddenly dropping with multiple side effects. Then they blame anabolics. So it's not anabolics. It is like अगर बंदर के हाथ में उस्तरा दूंगा, ठीक है, तो खुद को भी काटेगा और खुद को भी काटेगा. So this is what is happening. But when ustra is given in hand of a barber, he knows how to use it.
Exactly. Okay, so I particularly asked this question because many people has this false expectations in their mind that if a skinny guy takes anabolics, he could like achieve a physique of a world class athlete. So that's the reason I wanted to clear this myth in front of people. So
okay, you cannot achieve anything by taking anabolics. You have to do massive amount of hard work. Anabolics is just like giving you a further push along with your hard work. But somebody who does not have a basic discipline of working hard, anabolics is just gonna add on to the side effects. Then you will see all these people with gynecomastia and multiple other issues, acne and all that.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on to the next one. So next question is products related. So you might have been familiar with these products which capitalize on insecurities of people. Like they claim to grow your hair back, make you fair, and like reduce your acne. So I just wanted to ask and clear this myth from people, that how effective are these products on a scale of 1 to 10? Like, are they even effective or they are useless?
Okay, there is no one clear-cut answer on this because there
Okay.
are certain things which work, certain things which are absolutely useless, th- and certain things which are outrightly purely for marketing only. They have
Okay.
actually no use on the human body. Now, let's say, for example, fairness. Now, nothing can make you fair, but
Okay.
they have people. Our Indians only have made Indians so insecure about fair skin, okay, that as if everything in the world, including a success, is related to fair skin, that they start, and then insecurity is created, that emotional connect is there. Now you start selling. This is exactly what marketing is. You emotionally make a fool out of a person. You have to hit the emotions outright. So these are all rubbish products, and they
Yeah.
should be outrightly banned. I mean, just banned. And thankfully, the government has taken a step on that.
Yeah.
Similarly, on hair growth products, I'll be coming out of on a detailed video and series maybe on this hair growth myths which are going around.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
I have met so many people. Hair loss can be due to hundreds of reasons. It can be uh, it can be due to certain maybe chemicals you're getting exposed to, maybe a
Yeah.
new environment, type
Yeah.
of water, maybe deficiencies in the body, right? Maybe some wrong shampoos or hair products you are using, maybe some color and everything you're using, maybe the environment, maybe some hormonal changes in the body. So all these things are something which you may be able to take care of, and you can try. Firstly, all these stupid oils which are being sold today, yeah, onion oil, that
Yeah.
onion oil,
Yeah.
they're all similar. They're not bad oils, but they're all
Okay.
same. Your your hair is not gonna grow because you add some onion oil on your hair. Sarson ka tel and nariyal ka tel will do the
this
same
is
thing.
this
So
is what I wanted to listen, because
yeah, no. So all these oils are good. They are not bad oils.
hmm,
For example, if you go to multiple states in the country, every state has its own way of using things on the body. So
yeah.
somebody will say, okay, for my hair, I use in South I use this oil, in Punjab I use this oil, in East I use that oil. All oils are good.
Yeah.
When in unrefined pure form, all oils are good.
So
But the problem is these oils are not going to grow your hair. They are for conditioning your hair. They're going to make your
exactly,
hair. They're going
exactly.
to provide nutrition. There is no goddamn hair growth happening. And this is a classic. Also, if you're getting bald and
Hmm.
you think you'll start applying some hair growth
Hmm.
product,
Hmm.
which is a,
Hmm.
can you imagine one of the biggest problem today, in the world for so many decades and centuries is hair loss.
Exactly. Yeah.
You think these scams of hair growth products and all are new? They are being sold since, if you study 16th century, 17th century text, you'll understand
Yeah.
these things are there since humanity. So ये जो चोर और ठग होते हैं ये कोई अभी थोड़ी आए हैं, ये तो जब से ह्यूमैनिटी है तब से है,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
human emotions are as old as the humans
Hmm.
are,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Most of 99% of these products will not work. 0.1% may work for an individual due to certain deficiency, or maybe some chemical suits him for some reason. But in maximum cases, when there is a hair loss going on and it is genetic, which is a very strong reason for hair loss, then a person really can't arrest it. Just can't arrest it. You do what you want to. You sit inside a bloody tub of hair oil, of onion hair oil, or you put somewhere. Nothing will happen to your hair. Okay, now there are two things for that. Either you get a transplant, that replanting or transplant
Hmm.
done,
Hmm. Hmm.
very painful and costly procedure. Most people get it done because they have this insecurity. Second is,
Yes.
which I always tell in most cases, be bloody confident of your bald look. The most smartest and the strongest people, Jason Statham, Dwayne Chambers, like The
Rock.
Rock,
Rock.
they're all bald look, and they're so smart. Why? Because they're confident and carrying this look. Even
Exactly.
in movies, Amrish Puri, Prem Chopra, and all these people from so long have been carrying this look, and they're proud to carry it. Anupam Kher and all.
Anupam Kher.
You do not have the confidence in you, then do not. That is the insecurity what these companies are feeding on. It's your low confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the most stupid thing that these guys do is that they how they convince people is by using this one word called as research. So like if we again
Yeah.
take the example of hair fall, they say that research say that onion just what kicks in the hair regrowth process. These are the sentences and the word that they use, and people get lured for this and fall for this?
You can use research everywhere. You can the way these all this YouTubers are saying, na, according to research, I will cure your thyroid in one video, guarantee. Okay, I'll remove your specs in one video. So all these eye doctors studying from already 15, 20 years are all idiots. They should be doing this only.
Yeah, we'll come on this. We'll come on this in further in the stream. But along this like line of products, I have questions about supplements. And when I say supplements, they are not fitness supplements. They are general multivitamin and nutritional supplements. So recently, I read a book which was about supplements, and it said that we are not able to complete our food requirements in through our food, so we need to add supplements in higher quantity and higher dosage. And when Indians listen to this, they use this even more, and they say that India has lot of impurities and food regulations are not proper, so in being an Indian you need more supplements. So what's your opinion on this?
Okay, firstly, there is nothing called fitness supplement or general supplements.
Okay.
A supplement simply means additional to the diet.
Okay.
So if you're not getting anything from your diet, then you take supplements, and it is primarily for a couple of reasons. Like number one is convenience.
Okay.
That's why supplements help you. You do not have the time, you do not have the energy to cook things or prepare things or procure things. Then you take a supplement, a good quality one, to make it for convenience. Second is, of course, deficiency. Right? If it is happening through food, you ensure that, okay, by taking a normal supplement, at least the deficiencies are not there. Okay. Yes, there is a problem in the food chain, and that is not in India, that's around the world. Very, very few countries are there, wherein they are still maintaining a very high standards of food purity. And in those countries where this is being maintained, the population is very, very less. For example, European countries, a lot of European countries like this product coming from Natural Teen, which is coming from Germany, right? If you actually check the German standards, they are so strict. They actually refused initially to sell any product to India because they know that the product itself will be
adulterated.
They're adulterated when it comes to India. It may they're not. They just have heard about it and researched on all these facts in India, and they know that to maintain this high level of purity, their own reputation will go for a toss if somebody says that this product is adulterated and coming from Germany. But then it became a big task for the guys, the CEOs of the company, who are actually Indians only, and the very young guys. They convince the people, no, this is how the research is. This is a big market, and Indians need a good product.
Yes.
Right? If you go to these countries, there you don't have to worry because the government itself is taking care. The population is very small. The government is taking care since the very beginning. Okay. The problem is in the very beginning, we are into so much corruption that we had just ruined everything in this country. Barring some few things which may be corrected, most of the things are in a worst state. You can't correct it. So the quality of food and everything is really bad. Then there is no doubt about it. Okay. So when I talk about supplements, firstly, this is the most wrong statement which anybody can say, that this is a common supplement for everybody. There is no common supplement.
Okay.
A lot of my videos are coming on this. In fact, there's a very new video which will come. It's on this only exactly. Have you seen these videos suddenly cropping up? Beginner supplement stack.
Yeah.
Beginner supplement stack and intermediate supplement stack.
Yeah.
Only an idiot who has never picked up a book in his life, who has no idea what he's saying, can only make such videos. And you have a very dumb head making such videos. When I make a video on that, you'll understand. There is nothing called a beginner supplement stack or a stack. Firstly, there is nothing called a stack.
Okay.
Because 90% of your shitty supplements don't work, which you're selling to people. It's already proven world over, right? So all these people who are selling all this apple cider vinegar, Garcinia Cambogia, glutamine, BCA, EA,
yeah,
and their hunters have already busted them. So what are they doing? What CLA and all these fat burners, L-carnitine, which actually do not work. So when you sell them, this is how it becomes a stack, and तुम्हारी commission set हो गई stack से. So बना दिया supplement stack. देखा कि इसने बेचारे youngster जिन्हें पता ही नहीं, उसे लगा ये तो कोई बॉडी बिल्डर है तो सप्लीमेंट स्टैक बता रहा, तो शायद ये लेने से मेरी बॉडी बन जाएगी. ना उस बॉडी बिल्डर को ये पता आज तक कि वो बॉडी बिल्डर बना कैसे. ठीक है, उसने गुरुजी की बात सुनता रहा और वो बन गया. ठीक है, जो सप्लीमेंट बेच रहा है उसको भी नहीं पता वो क्यों बेच रहा है, उसको पैसे कमाने हैं, और यंगस्टर्स को वो बेच रहा है. देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड अ स्टैक. a supplement is according to an individual, and that too when the supplement really works for a reason. That's why I tell people, stop picking all these multiple ingredient supplements. Choose an ingredient which works for you.
Which you are deficient in, maybe. Yeah.
Not deficient, but for a purpose.
Okay. Yeah. So I just realized that I missed one exercise related question. So I recently saw one video. It was from a professional footballer. What he made a video along the lines that the more flexible you get, the agility, and you lose the agility and speed. So I want your opinion on this.
Yeah.
Because
this is a correct statement. Actually, it's when you talk about more flexible you get, he is talking thoda sa extended in terms of the way all these people in yoga and all are.
Okay.
Now you need to understand this is more of something called hyper flexibility, right? Wherein you can literally take your legs from behind and touch it to your ears and all that. Those things are good to check your flexibility of your spine, check the flexibility when you're doing yoga, and for general health it's fine, no problems.
Okay.
But when it comes to a sport specific training, these things can be dangerous, because the especially when you have people doing strength training and all, they're hyper flexible, it becomes a big problem for them.
Okay.
The joint laxity comes into play, and then injuries may happen. So for every sport, flexibility is very, very important, but hyper flexibility can be dangerous. Okay. That's what he's talking about.
Okay. So the next, now we are slowly moving towards east. So the western opinions are done. Now we are slowly moving towards eastern side. So you might have seen plenty of home remedies on YouTube or internet. So I want your opinion on home remedies. Like, how effective are they? Should one follow, or what should people do when they see these things?
Okay, firstly, it's not about home remedy again, and it is not about east and west. Whether it is east or whether it is west, whatever statement somebody says related to your health or related topics, it's always based on evidence and research. You can't just say that this is. And when you want to promote some stupid thing, what do you say? When you want to market something in a wrong manner, how do you market it? The best way is you tell, okay, इतने लोगों को फर्क पड़ा है, मुझे फर्क पड़ा है, देखो क्या क्या हो गया, जादू हो गया, दुनिया बदल. This is an easy thing, because somebody will get convinced ultimately, right? And it's a child's play to convince people like this in false manner. So similarly, when it comes to East, it is not about home remedies which work or do not work. Home remedies can be wonderful. Just to give an example, हल्दी वाला दूध हमें सबको बोला ना पीने के लिए. And we also make this called turmeric latte there, and they are selling it in their country. So people make fun of it. They're selling turmeric latte. No, they only do that because, for example, America, it is one of the only countries which has no culture of its own. If you ask what is your native food, if you ask American, there is no native food. Okay. Now, if in India you ask any state or any particular religion or region, okay, what is your cultural foods and centuries? They will tell you what
they'll have.
You go to America, they have nothing. So they market everything. That's why turmeric milk, they started using word as turmeric latte. Okay. Right. Fine, it's a good thing. Why? Because now if your grandmother or mother used to say have haldi wala doodh at night, so there was a reason for that. The reason was that the turmeric is a very powerful anti-inflammatory. Okay, the protein in the milk is going to help you recover better. It's going to help you sleep better. When you combine both of them, it will give you better sleep
and better recovery.
Yeah, but your grandmother or mother may not know the reason for it. Right? Now, this is for your general health. Similarly, there are thousands of home remedies using multiple spices, herbs, plants, natural things, which are very good for the purpose they are being recommended. Absolutely. Now, somebody says it's good for your skin. This face pack you can make at home. Now, I can give you 5,000 recipes of face packs. Right, and you can use it. Nothing is going to harm until you are sensitive to something. Okay. It's going to be good for your skin. It's going to give impurities. Okay. But when you start adding rubbish things with home remedies, then the problem comes in. For example, use this face pack, become fairer in 7 days. Okay, use this Dadima ka tel and mix these 2-3 tails and remove your stretch marks. Apply it here. Then use this oil and put it on your hair, and your hair will grow in 10 times the speed. Right? this is what is wrong marketing. That's why I always tell people, when you, for example, I made a video on copper water, right?
Yeah, I
I
saw
told
that.
them could keep a copper water bottle. It's very good because of a reason, which is that copper was used and is still being used as a natural disinfectant of water. When you keep a water in copper bottle, there is no contamination happening like it may happen in plastic or glass bottles, which is the best reason to take. But when you start putting additional stupidities with that statement, it will cure cancer, make you fairer, improve your digestion, and then they start from here. Whenever you want to promote stupidity, they start from your brain, and then you go down. How? They will improve your brain power, they'll improve your eye power, they will improve your digestion power, heart, kidney, नीचे करते जाओ, libido, joints, सारी body cover हो गई. डाल दो ये सारी एक फाइल बना के हर एक चीज के साथ ऐड कर. Okay, now there is another video is coming on Monday. Today is Saturday, no? So the day after tomorrow, the very important video is coming, which people have been fooling around. This is on the salt. You know, have Himalayan pink salt and that color salt. Today, this is the most dumb head statement which has suddenly started again because of pure marketing. Again, I made that video with a full-fledged evidence and logic. पूरा blog उसके नीचे है. Research studies के साथ. And I've openly challenged everybody. You show me one research or evidence on the basis of what bakwas your people are saying. Lose weight with salt, detoxify with salt, libido increase with salt. I mean, sleep patterns, कुछ भी चल रहा है, कुछ भी चल रहा है. And all these, जिसका भी तुमने शुरू में नाम लिया था, कोई तारीफ right?
Yeah, that's because they are sponsored.
And they are mentally sponsored. They have a problem. Yeah.
So I along these lines, I have one more question. Like, so you also have made one video on sugar. So there is this general statement that sugar is harmful on internet, and but you take two people. Like, person A is very strict on his diet. He avoids sugar and he avoids like high salt food. He avoids high oily food. And there is person B who has this once a week or twice a week. So what's the difference? Because what would be the difference in result?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'll tell you why. Firstly, I wrote a book on sugar. And at the end of the book, when I was researching, it took me a year or so. I found this one single statement: you are not sugar addict.
Okay.
You need to understand it. Now, a lot of people will. वही होता है ना, जब स्टडी डीप करते नहीं है तो एक स्टेटमेंट सुन के कन्विंस जाते हैं. Sugar is as dangerous as cocaine because it will activate, those brain centers which will, because of which cocaine actually activates, and which is a right statement. Okay, these are basically the pleasure centers of your brain.
Yeah.
And only sugar doesn't activate them. Multiple things activate them. That doesn't mean it is a bad thing, and you stop doing everything else. Right? When you do, for example, when you exercise, you feel good after an exercise. It is an endorphin rush. The hormones, the feel-good hormones come in. So what will you do? Stop doing exercise? That's because it is. Now, all this another stupidity going on. I made this video on masturbation, and eventually more videos are coming. So when I, suddenly there's new words, dopamine detox. जितने ये लोग वेले हैं ना, बच्चे जिनको कोई काम नहीं है, चलो अब ये चल रहा है ट्रेंड, इस पे वीडियो बनाओ, तो सारे बच्चे आ जाते हैं, 2-4 नाम लेकर, स्वामी विवेकानंद ही, and ask them, please tell me what is brahmacharya and what I'm talking about. कोई आंसर नहीं. ठीक है.
They have no idea what brahmacharya is, and they propagate that idea.
Video the next week only. This video is on the same topic which these people said. You know what is that? On one hand, they're making a video about that no fab, and they're interviewing people and asking no fab. कर कुछ नहीं रहे हैं, पूरी टाइम वेस्ट कर दिया, सिर्फ नो फैब चिल्लाते और व्यूज गेन करना, कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. ऑन द अदर हैंड, दे आर मेकिंग अ वीडियो लड़की बटाने के तरीके से कैसे इंप्रेस करे. One person is doing similar things. Imagine. Yeah. This is the most rubbish thing which is going on in the market. This is what misguides you. Most people who are talking about Swami Vivekanand have not even read Vivekanand. They do not understand when somebody says not to masturbate, it does not mean masturbation is bad. You need to understand the statement. If somebody is, for example, if you are studying for an exam, right? Your parents say, don't go out and play right now, don't watch TV. Is playing bad or TV bad?
No.
No. This is a way of basically transmitting or channelizing your energy in the thing which you want to achieve.
Exactly.
Same as a sex and masturbation. When kids understand these basics, the stupidities which are happening, illegal pregnancies are happening, or immature sex which is happening, the rapes which are happening, they will
Yeah.
go down because
Yeah.
education is not there. They have no idea,
So
and they are being misguided.
so sir, what they do is they also take example of Mike Tyson. So they attribute all the
I'll tell you, there are 5-7 names which these 5-7 names have been spread by these kids only. So what are these names? Okay, Mike Tyson, Nikola Tesla, okay, Steve Jobs, okay. Now I gave them in one of the videos and coming up, I gave them 100 names which are even more successful or equally successful. They have a very good sex life, or they may be masturbating, we don't know and we don't care.
exactly.
Lot of sportsmen in the world, including today top sportsmen around our ocean, all. If you ask them what you do, they love to have sex before the game because that
Exactly.
makes them feel lighter. Some people do not like to have because they think that by doing it they lose focus. It is on individual perception. It has nothing to do with performance. Same with other facts of life. Look, you are born out of goddamn something. Like an idiot, if you start condemning it, okay, no, this is bad, that is bad, don't do it. I tell all these stupid people, you youngsters, when you get married, no, go and tell your wife this statement. See what happens. That, okay, now I'm married, but I'll practice Brahmacharya. Next day, you will be standing in a very family court with a divorce paper in your hand.
Exactly.
Understand? So who is misguiding these people? All these stupid people out there who are themselves. If you, for some reason, don't want to get married, if you, for some reason, want to adapt a field of Brahmacharya, why are you marketing it? If somebody wants to come into Brahmacharya, explain, okay, this is the field of Brahmacharya,
Exactly.
and Brahmacharya can be practiced in regular life in this way. It does not mean unnecessary doing abstinence and troubling your mind and controlling your urges. No, you don't have to do that extreme.
But and yes sir, like if you talk to any real brahmacharya, like his mindset is completely different. He is not coming from the place of abstinence. He's like yeah, his way of living is that.
Yeah.
Okay, so so in on YouTube I saw this one video which told about different combination of foods, like you can't have milk and fish together, it will cause problems. You can't have eggs and bananas together. So I want your opinion on this, like.
Every 6 months some new trend comes in wherein when you think it's अब तो पुराना हो गया, कुछ और बकवास निकालते हैं जिससे famous होंगे. So what happens is suddenly I've also started hearing suddenly that banana and milk should not be had together.
Yeah.
Firstly, and one of the dietitians actually send me this thing that this is what I've heard. So I look, you're a dietitian, you're a proper dietitian, you've studied, you've done your bachelor's and master's.
Yeah.
Where the hell do you read this combination is not bad or is bad for you? So she said, no, suddenly na Ayurveda mein people are saying. And I'm like,
exactly.
Being an educated person, how can you trust somebody saying that Ayurveda mein likha hai? कहाँ लिखा Ayurveda में? ये कहाँ लिखा है? मैंने कहा पिछले कितनी सेंचुरी से बनाना शेक पी रहे हो कि नहीं पी रहे हो? अब suddenly banana and milk is bad. If you want to say milk and fish is not to be combined together, which idiot says? Have you gone to the south? Have you traveled the world? Fish is cooked in a lot of milk recipes. These are different recipes, right? Now, similarly, what was that? Egg and banana.
Egg and
question.
No, fish and milk. Fish and milk.
No, fish and milk I've already cleared. Egg and banana. Who the hell has egg and banana together? Have you seen anybody having anda and kela? Tell me. Even if somebody has, have you ever heard anybody having a problem with the stomach? Or anybody having an issue? These are all rubbish, unnecessary videos just to make videos and gain views. अभी recently एक और video चल रहा है, वो क्या लाल कलर पहन लो तो उससे weight loss हो जाएगा, because she is some color therapist. I mean,
this is something new.
Yeah, अभी चल रहा है उसको. People are trolling that there's a female who is doing this. Okay. Now, similarly, all these food combinations, this is not how the food combination have a problem. Firstly, it's an individual issue. Second, it may be having a digestion. In certain people, there may be a digestive issue. Again, the question in certain people may be a digestive issue. For example, I am personally very, very allergic to eggs.
Okay.
I can't even touch egg. I'm so allergic, right? I'm also allergic to coconuts and walnuts.
Okay.
And when I talk about allergic, I've been hospitalized for all three of them. I was so hyper allergic. But does that mean the foods are bad? No,
No.
it is my individual problem. Okay, I recommend these three foods as a primary foods for health. They're very, very good foods. But if I start putting bias कि नहीं मेरे लिए खराब है दुनिया के लिए भी खराब है, बंद कर दो. This is
Yeah.
what is happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So along these lines, there's one more thing that these so-called Ayurvedic YouTubers propagate is that the timing of the food. They say that these food should be you should have these food in certain timing only. If you
Who's the
have
meal?
banana in the night, you'll have some problem. So like, what your opinion on that? If you have any curd in the night, it's problem. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What is that? What is that? The video, 90% people don't know how to eat curd. Yeah. I'm sorry. I think this person only invented curd. So nobody knows in the world how to eat curd. These. Remember one thing: when you read such, videos and subtitles and the thumbnails and all. Remember, this shit can only be made in this country. You will never find such rubbish videos from any other country in the world.
Okay.
Why I'll tell you, because यहाँ पर हमारे को एक सब्जेक्ट मिल गया जिसको हमें बदनाम करने का तरीका आ गया. वो क्या है? वो है
Ayurveda.
Ayurveda is a very old, very ancient science, and it is a science. I again tell people, science is not a subject; it is a way of understanding things and understanding the facts. So Ayurveda को भी latest stages में, if you read the research studies, there are hundreds of thousands of research studies on Ayurvedic the treatments and everything, and researchers from Ayurveda only tell, okay, this works, this does not work, okay, and similarly in allopathy and everything else, right? Now, for example, when you talk about this is a video made on oil pulling.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, matlab, seriously, if somebody is so illiterate that he's not even cleared his 8th class or 10th class, then the person can say that this thing is how it works. I have seen idiots, doctors bloody losing their brains on such stupid statements, and I ask them, what are you doing? You haven't studied biology or not? You're a doc, no? How can you believe in such? Then he understands, no, there's something wrong. Then I tell them, okay, I'm going to make another video of stupid oil pulling again. Okay? The problem is oil pulling is a therapy or gadoosh therapy, which Kavala and gadoosh are two different ways of using oil in your mouth.
Yeah.
Ultimately, they have been propagated only for a single reason, that is for your oral health.
Oral health.
Because a particular oil, which has antibiotic properties, okay, and antibacterial properties. So what it does is when you swish them in your mouth, the bacteria die, and then you swish it out. God damn, that is it. Even on an Indian government Ayush website, it is written that Ganthoosh and Kavala is only used for oral health. You should use it every day. It's good for you. Finish. इसमें detoxification, cancer cure, arthritis cure. Where the hell is? कहाँ से आ रहा है? ये कौन बना रहा है? ये वो लोग बना रहे हैं जिन्होंने आयुर्वेद का ए नहीं पढ़ा. और ये देखो, ये सारे निर्मल बाबा, राम रहीम, ऐसे ये नहीं के लाइन में है सारे. समझो. Sannyasi Ayurveda, all these people you see now, curing people, they have nothing in Ayurveda. They have no degree, nothing in Ayurveda. Ayurveda, I told also how to get an Ayurveda. If you want to become an Ayurvedic doctor, the process is as tough as becoming an allopathic doctor. It's very in-depth and it takes 10 to 12 years. Now imagine these people within 1 month, they start claiming themselves. And why? Because Ayurveda के पीछे ना कुछ बताना बड़ा आसान है. Allopathy के doctors will come and tell you, this is wrong. Ayurveda में कुछ भी बताओ और अपने को थोड़ी दाढ़ी बना लो, ठीक है, एक डिवाइन सा लुक दे दो अजीब सा कि मुझे केवल रात को मोक्ष प्राप्त हुआ है और सुबह के अब मैं आयुर्वेद की बात पे आपको बताऊं. बस आजकल ने देखा बाबा रामदेव लेटेस्ट लुक लेकर आए थे कुछ साल पहले, उन्होंने दाढ़ी वाड़ी बढ़ाई. तो अब देखो कि यूट्यूब पर सबने दाढ़ी बढ़ा के सारे व्हाइट कपड़े पहन के ना, हम आयुर्वेद के वो हैं, अब हम आपका कोविड क्योर कर देंगे, अब हम आपका ये, बस वही चल रहा है. सो this happens only in this country. There are scamsters in other country also in a different way, but ऐसे यूनिक ऑफर इंडिया में मिलते हैं.
Yes.
Now, when you're talking about the food timing, right? You need to understand. ये मैं economics video I'm about to make. This is the biggest dumbhead crap going on here. You are not living in a jungle. You are not living in 16th century or 2000 BC. You are living in 21st century. ये कहने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है. सुबह प्रातःकाल 4 बजे उठे, उसके बाद भगवान से प्रार्थना करें, फिर योग करें, फिर आप ऐसे पानी पिए, फिर आप ये क्रिया करें. सर 99% लोगों के पास दुनिया में इतना वेला टाइम अब नहीं
होता.
Maximum of my clients, I have clients in my program from over 25 countries. Virtually every profession you can imagine, be it a scientist, doctors, sportsmen, pregnant women, injury rehab cases, right? A lot of CEOs, a lot of pilots. So IT professionals, all these people, most of them are working overnight.
Yeah.
Right? They have, and pilots are flying at night. A flight crew is flying at night. IT employees are working overnight, especially if they're in another country.
Yeah.
Businessmen are working overnight from other countries. Right? Surgeons are having emergency duties and surgeries. The problem is when you understand this is the reality of life, which these idiots on YouTube do not understand. उनको लगता है दुनिया जंगल में रह रही है.
Yeah.
तो आज आपने सुबह शाम को 7 बजे अगर आपने डिनर नहीं करा तो आपको पता नहीं, कुछ नहीं होगा सर. दुनिया में किसी को कुछ नहीं हुआ है. And 99% people in the world are not living in India. People who are staying outside and even in India are not following such practices. They are healthy.
Yeah.
They are much healthier than most people out there. ठीक है. When you talk about something called ideal situation,
yes,
there is nothing but people keep searching for ideal situations. This is the most stupid thing you can do for your health. There is nothing called ideal situation. The situations are all, the life doesn't go like this beautifully the way these people tell you. किसी को मोक्ष नहीं प्राप्त हुआ है, किसी का वेला टाइम नहीं बैठा यूट्यूब पे दाढ़ी बढ़ा के कर रहा है. लोगों के पास अपनी फैमिली की और उसकी रिस्पांसिबिलिटीज हैं. They have to work day and night to feed them and their families.
So that's what I think when I see these videos about when they give particular timing for particular thing, that people like doctors, lawyers, they won't be able to follow these things because
nobody can follow this. And for example, if you tell us what is that, रात को 7 बजे के बाद नहीं खाना, what है ना statement. Yeah. So ask them what will happen if I eat at 7:15. Tell me how many people got heart attack at 7:15. And ask them where it is written that रात को नहीं खाना. ये statement general लिखी हुई है, रात को लेट नहीं खाना. क्यों? क्योंकि उस टाइम पर जिस समय स्टेटमेंट लिखी गई थी, लोग रात को जल्दी या शाम को खाना खा लेते थे और रात को सनसेट के बाद वो टाइम बाद सो जाते थे. इसलिए ये स्टेटमेंट आई. अब इस स्टेटमेंट को अंधों की तरह हर एक के ऊपर अप्लाई करना शुरू कर दोगे. इफ यू आर अ पायलट फ्लाइंग एट नाइट, इफ यू आर अ डॉक्टर हैविंग ड्यूटी एट नाइट एंड यू से 7 बजे के बाद मैं कुछ नहीं खाऊंगा, तो क्या करेंगे अपना प्रोफेशन में? यू अंडरस्टैंड? सो दीज आर ऑल स्टेटमेंट बोली किसी ने थी, किसी रीजन से बोली थी, और उसको किस तरह से अब प्रोपोगेट किया जा रहा है. When the world is, the timing is changing, you need to change accordingly.
It's almost like Chinese whisper. The original message was something else, and with different sources, the message keeps on fluctuating.
Yeah.
Yes. So again, now the last one along this line is that vegetarian food is much more like, sorry, I would reframe it again. Humans are meant to eat vegetarian food only and not meant to eat non-veg.
No, this is absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. We are not meant. We have been eating non-vegetarian food since millennia, and humans. Again, I tell people, if you want to really see how the world works and what fitness and health really means, please travel. People who have not traveled, घर से बाहर मार्केट तक भी नहीं गए ना, वो ऐसे स्टेटमेंट्स पास करते हैं. ठीक है? There are cultures around the world who are much healthier than you people, especially Indians I'm talking about, जो unnecessary proud feel करते रहते हैं चीजों को लेकर, and they are nowhere उन चीजों में. They are much more healthier. They are having non-veg food also. ठीक है? And but the biggest research being done is that it should be, everything has to be in moderation. For example, if you want to really study health and longevity, which is what one should be really studying when you talk about health, then the longest living people in the world, most of the cultures are 100% non-veg cultures.
Okay.
But they do not have non-veg regularly. They have it in moderation. And that is, for example, talk about Japanese, right? They're one of the longest living people. Now, when you go to Japan, are they not eating seafood? It is their primary source of food every day. So, and those people are not, they don't die till 9500, even more.
Yeah.
What will you say? That is not made for them. Then you people, Indians are dying at 78 years of age. What is the problem? So it is not veg or non-veg. There are multiple other factors come into play. For example, quality of non-veg, right? If you're going overboard on non-veg, especially red meat, may be a problem. Overboard. But let's say if once in a week you can go and have your red meat, nothing is going to happen to you.
Yes.
Okay. These are wrong statements, very, very misleading statements. It is generally a personal choice, and it is more to do with moral. This thing that no, I don't want to eat
Morality,
animals.
yeah.
It is just a moral thought. Otherwise, scientifically, there is no clear proof. Okay, X is better or Y is not better. There are certain things which have a proof, like that is also proven in excessive cases. For example, Americans. If you go to America and all, if you see their diet,
Yeah.
it's meat, 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 meat. Huge red meat. Virtually every day in most of the meals they have used steaks and beefs and everything,
Yes.
and pure red meat. So for them it is restricted. Okay, yeah, don't eat so much meat. It is causing a problem in you guys.
Yes.
Okay. Now that statement cannot be copy pasted on somebody in India because people are not going over. So we don't have to pass statements for everything.
Okay. So, sir, like we are on the like the last section of our stream. So this is the second last question, which is about which I got when I saw one of your videos where you told that uh, a good dietitian or a good nutritionist would be not only adjusting a diet according to the person's need but according to the person's taste buds and culture too.
Yeah.
So the question is that is it because a person would be more habitual to that kind of food and culturally it's much more sustainable, or is it health wise, like a Indian person who if by choice wants to adapt to the American diet, like can he adapt, or like I'm not able to frame it better.
Okay. Now, when you talk about adapt to a particular diet, that is a rarest of the cases.
Okay.
Okay. Even if you go to other countries where Indians are settled, they are still eating Indian food only.
Yeah.
They prepare the food at home and they eat
Agreed.
Indian
Agreed.
food. There may be rarest of the case wherein a person like, for example, if you send me, somebody like me, who, country like Japan and, Korea and all, I love their food actually.
Oh.
So I may be able to adapt because I love the food. I have no problems. But eventually, that is like 0.0001% somebody maybe. But
Okay.
rest of the people would like to have other culture foods every day. For example, if you're a non-Indian and I keep on feeding you dosa every day, you will go crazy. What the hell, I'm eating dosa and idli every day.
Yes.
Similarly, if I start feeding a South Indian paratha and roti every day, like, why are you not giving me rice? Why not giving
Yeah.
my idli and upma?
Yeah.
So the first thing which comes in any diet in the world, and that is, I don't know why not taught in most of the nutrition books also, is your culture.
Culture.
All the cultures are healthy in their own sense. That's why I tell people, when you want to learn about fitness and health, read and travel. That's why all these idiots telling you have this atta, this grain, that grain, absolutely wrong information. Every state in this country has their own grain, which particular grain which they use. For example, if you go to north, तो यहाँ पे हम गेहूं की रोटी, right? Or
Yeah.
wheat, or we have maybe makki corn ki roti. If you go to places like Rajasthan, it's more bajra. If you go to some other state, it's more ragi. If you go to some other state, it's jowar. In some other states, it's rice.
Yeah.
All these are grains. They're all carbohydrates. They're all full calories per gram. You do not compare grains like this the way these idiots are doing today. When you talk about grains, right? So one grain may be having X thing, another grain may be having Y thing, but that you do not compare apple and oranges. No, you can't say I'm not gonna have apples today. Why? Because orange is rich in vitamin C. Apple is rich in vitamin A. Then, so this is how you do not compare foods ever. When you stop doing this, then you start understanding nutrition better and your client and individual better. When you do this, then you can design a diet according to his own eating patterns and culture जो वो बचपन से खा रहा है. If you do that, then most people will be able to sustain that diet for life. You should not be changing ideally more than 10% of the diet what the person is eating if he is eating according to his normal culture.
Yeah.
The only thing you can do is check the nutrition pattern, that is nutritionally diet correct, कोई deficiency तो नहीं है. काफी केसेस में होती है, स्पेशली लेट्स से कहीं के घरों में खाना बहुत रिच बनता है तो उनको बोला जाता है भाई इतना रिच खाओगे तो यू विल हैव प्रॉब्लम, सो लेट्स रिड्यूस योर रिचनेस. ठीक है. Then you check the quantity and everything, or what you call calories. That is the last thing.
Okay. So like I would like to end the stream, but before that I just want you to tell my audience like how a person can generally be fit. Like any general advice you would want to give to my audience.
Fitness in what sense?
General health sense.
Okay, everybody has a different way of staying fit. You firstly stop looking at the ideal situation. That is
Okay.
what we always look at. Most people are running after के मुझे बस कोई ऐसी चीज मिल जाए जिससे मैं परमानेंट हर चीज हो जाए. It is like saying कि मुझे बिना पढ़े ना 95% मार्क्स लाने के कोई ना कोई
Yeah.
तरीका मिल जाए. नहीं, this is what the fact of life is. We have learned, everybody has learned this thing in school, and everybody keeps on running from this fact for the life. कि कोई तो ऐसी सीक्रेट होगा, और बिकॉज जो लोग ऐसे फ्रॉड और सीक्रेट्स प्रमोट कर रहे हैं उनके पीछे लोग भागते हैं, क्योंकि हमें भी अभी भी हम स्कूल वाले मेंटालिटी में ही
हाँ.
कि 90% लाने बिना पढ़े.
हाँ.
ठीक है, सेम चीज यहाँ चल रहा है. तो पीपल वांट विदाउट वर्किंग दे वांट रिजल्ट्स. एक्सरसाइज, फॉर एग्जांपल एक्सरसाइज. नाउ you know what people are asking, sir, best exercise batao, best exercise. And I've told multiple times there is nothing called a best exercise. When you are asking this question, actually you are searching for कोई तो सर ऐसा सीक्रेट है, घुट्टी आपके पास पड़ी होगी जो हमें पिलाओ ताकि हमारे को ना बस लाइफ लॉन्ग कुछ ना करना पड़े, वर्ल्ड चैंपियन बन जाएगी रात. This is what most people are doing.
Yeah.
Best. There's nothing called best. So when you talk about fitness and health, the first advice is stop looking for ideal and best. Okay. Second is you are a human being and you are living a goddamn life. You are not living in a jungle. Okay.
Yeah.
You have multiple emotional issues which will come into your life, multiple medical emergencies which will come into your life, multiple challenges which will come, happy moments, sad moments. Right? For example, people tell me that, okay, sir, sir, मैं ना बीमार हो गया था, सर, अब मैं क्या करूं? तो सर, आप दुनिया में अकेले तो बीमार नहीं पड़े हैं, हर बंदा बीमार पड़ता है, कोई बात नहीं, हो गया तो. If you missed your gym for a month or 2 months or 6 months, come back and start again. The body will adapt. It's very strong. It is that simple. When you do this, then you don't have to think about too many things on fitness.
Yes.
Second is understanding your own life. Stop looking at people. You can look at people for examples, for getting motivation, inspiration. Definitely, everybody has mentors. Everybody looks up to somebody that this is a great person. He has achieved something. Fine, do that. But then you need to understand your own life at a particular point. Okay, and this is what is happening. People don't understand that their own life, their own living is very different from a stupid Bollywood actress who has nothing to do except just make body look good.
Exactly.
That person is doing it because he's being paid for it. You do not have to go to that extreme because your profession is different, and if you do that, then your profession will suffer. So for me, fitness is not just physical fitness or psychological, it is also your financial fitness. Okay. For example, if you are, now I'll just talk about all these stupid youngsters. No fap. I did no fap for 180 days. I did no fap for 3. You do no fap for 100 years. Who cares? The question is, what did you do with no fap? After 180 days, what did you achieve?
Exactly.
Now, you know what stupid things they achieved? I achieved clarity of thought. I achieved, what is that? I became more attractive.
Yeah.
No, sir. You were an idiot then and remained an idiot even now. After 6 months, you are the same. There's nothing happening. You are just giving a false this thing. This is called placebo effect.
Placebo.
Okay. Yeah. So when now, but if you did NoFap for 180 days or 365 days and you focus on a career and did a growth there, then I will say that you channelize that energy. This is the meaning of NoFap or abstaining from sexual activities or any such thing.
Yeah.
Channelize any form of energy to another form. They are not doing that. They're just wasting energy. So if you're doing this is not being fit. This is not fitness. If you are you doing all the stupid things, but your your family is suffering financially, you do not have money in your account, you are struggling every month, then sir, aapke 6 packs bhi ho, you are still an idiot because you are not able to feed your family. You are financially unfit.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you may be very fit physically, but if you are doing all wrong things in terms of for example, hurting people, fooling people, that then you are mentally. So fitness is defined in multiple ways. Yeah, you have to improve on every front. You can't be ideal anywhere, but you have to improve on every front. Exactly. 6 packs is not fitness. I have told 100 times before also.
Yeah, sir. Yes. With this, I have this one last thing which I want your perspective on. There's one thing called as body positivity. So what they want to say is that no matter how they don't have any concept of BMI or anything. They say that whichever way you look, it's good. You don't need to improve on your body. So what's your perspective on this?
If you're an idiot, you should remain an idiot because that's body positive, mind positive. There is something called being body positive or being positive, and then something called foolishly being positive, and again marketing it. This is all marketing in business. Everything which you think this way. When some new trend comes up, ये क्यों आ रहा है? Marketing in business. या तो वो बता दे भाई मैं मार्केट कर रहा हूँ, बिजनेस कर रहा हूँ इस चीज का, ये इस रीजन से कर रहा हूँ. Nobody will tell you. Body positivity, sir, you are not supposed to lose fat or lose weight for body positivity or negativity. It is because of your health. Because if you're carrying too much of weight around, too much of fat in the body, then you may develop multiple metabolic disorders, which will again give a problem to you and your family later. So keep your body positivity, in your stupid trunk inside your house, and start doing something in your life. If you're failed in your class, then that is not mind positivity. You are not worked on. That is acceptance.
Yeah.
If you are fat, people should not make fun of a person who is fat. Or it's like saying somebody who's blind. If he is for some reason blind, you're not supposed to make fun out of that person, right? But that person, for example, now same as with your somebody who's fat or bald. People say ganja hai, ye mota hai. So ye mazak udana is a different thing. So to boost the person's confidence in this way, yeah, don't worry, you are very beautiful in this way, and you will. The more you work, it will be healthy also. This is fine. But telling that person to don't do anything, ऐसा ही बेवकूफ रहो, that is wrong. This is not positivity. This is the most negative thing anybody can do. ये सारे नए नए ट्रेंड्स हैं हर चीज में, और ये पता है किसने फैलाए होंगे? ये उन्हीं ने फैलाए हैं जिनसे काम नहीं हो रहा है, जिनसे फिट नहीं हुआ जा रहा है. तो अब क्या करें? चल मार्केटिंग करके इसी को वो कर देते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, initially when you talk about men or women, the strength used to be, the overall body strength you are carrying, the mental strength which you had. So अगर आज से 50-60 years पहले की बात करें, तो nobody was interested in six packs. People were interested in very good eating, good hard work, and good, not a very big body size, but a good body size and decent amount of muscles. Eventually, the trend changed. There are fashion trends. The trend came of six packs and more lean body, again fine. Somewhere, if you must have seen, there was this trend wherein a person who was not able to work, who could not work hard, who gave up for some reason, and he was very thin. So उन्होंने क्या trend निकाल दिया? Skinny.
Yeah.
So this is again a trend. Is this body positivity? No, sir. This is weakness. And you are supposed to improve in life. You cannot call a weakness as positivity.
Positivity, yeah.
And if you are accepting that weakness, then it is very, very dangerous for you. Because then for everything in your life, you will accept that weakness. In future also, if you want to attain success in any field, you will give up. Because you have developed an attitude of giving up. And then you start branding it. Giving up is not, you cannot brand giving up. ठीक है? हार मानने को हम ब्रांडिंग नहीं कर सकते. ये कोई वो बन गया body positivity. So there is nothing called as body positivity. All these mentally negative people are making these statements. Body positivity. No, if you're fat, you want to remain in a particular situation and a state, your choice. Absolutely no issues. That is positivity. But if you're suffering health-wise and you're obese and you're fat, then you better get your fat percentage down and you get healthier.
Yes.
That is not body positivity.
Yeah. Okay, sir, with this all the questions and opinions end, and thank you so much for coming on the stream, and the audience who's watching the stream up till now, thank you so much. Check, I have linked his channel in the description. You can check out his channel. It's amazing. That's the real knowledge which I would like to put forward in front of you. Go subscribe to his channel. And thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the live